Hi, Dr. Laura Periman here in Seattle, Washington. I want to talk to you about a really interesting paper that I read in the Ocular Surface Journal. This was approximately 4 years ago, and there was a group of Hungarian physicians who described what we now know as the Irritable Eye Syndrome. What does that mean? Well, they described it as a triad between an irritable gut, dry eyes, and an irritable brain, defined as dysmotility or constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome. They described it as dry eye disease. And then the third part of that triad was cognitive dysfunction. And that could be in the form of anxiety, depression, cognitive fog, etc. So that triad of gut, eyes, brain is what they called the irritable eye syndrome. And in this paper, they did something really interesting. They took probiotic and they gave patients the intact organisms, the probiotic organisms, or the bacterial lysates. In other words, take all those little bacteria that are helpful and bust them apart until they're like not even intact organisms anymore. And in 30 days, they were able to demonstrate statistically significant improvements in global self-reported assessments of gut function, dry eye, and brain function. And what that paper taught me was to pay close attention to a person's past medical history, even closer attention than I already do, and ask about symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, anxiety, depression, because they're all showing up in my clinic with dry eye disease. So I pay attention to that and I explain to them, well, this has been studied and there's a link between all of them, and patients are fascinated when I describe the link between these three things and how there's a name for it. There is a name for it. There's a lot we can do. This paper gave patients the bacterial lysate as we talked about, and so I don't have a $50,000 ultrasonicator in my clinic, but what I can do is have you, as my patient, put a medical grade probiotic into your green smoothie every morning and put it in a really high power blender like a Vitamix. Go ahead and invest in one. I am not a kitchen gadget girl. I love to cook, but I'm not a kitchen gadget girl. But that Vitamix machine is the best thing I ever purchased for my kitchen. We use it all the time. Put your greens in there, your fruits, your water, your ice cubes, a little bit of juice or protein powder, whatever it is, and then throw your probiotic in there and then blend it on high for a minute. That'll bust apart all of the probiotics and give you the little elements. They're called snurps. These are little pieces, parts of the probiotic organism that are thought to be beneficial to the gut, immune system, neurology axis. So I hope that's helpful to you. Think about nutrition as medicine. Think about food as medicine. Think about pharmacy, Pharmacy. What you put in your pie hole matters for your health. Hope that helps, and I'll talk to you next time.